24 hours. Okay, you go back home, then you can reconnect within 24 hours. It's not expired yet. Okay. Then, if there is no previously assigned IP, check, is there any IP address in the idle state? Means that not assigned to anyone before. It's a fresh IP address in the pool. Okay, that assign. If also not available, look for the IP address whose list expired. This is not expired yet. So this is already expired. The previous user already disconnect for many days. Okay, already expired. Okay, but it's still recorded inside the DHCP server. So yeah, you have to look for the expired. The first one available, just assign. Okay, assign to the new client. So this one, because of this, we said we can reuse the IP address, improve the IP address utilization. Then, if there also no expired list IP address, no. Look for the IP address inside the conflicting IP address pool. Maybe there's the IP address that some client complain, feedback saying that, oh, this IP address have a conflict issue. So that's the server already isolate this IP, put inside this conflicting pool. So try not to assign this to anyone else. Okay. So this is the last resort. Okay, give the check inside this conflicting IP pool. Try to assign again. Test. Then again, the customer, the client also still feedback. Oh, I found conflict IP. Then no more. Yeah. What the switch will do? Switch level. Switch don't care. Yeah. Switch don't care. Switch don't care. This is just a DHCP server own record. Okay. DHCP server own record. Switch, you mean switch is the MAC address table. Yeah. MAC address table do not have IP address. They don't care. Okay. Okay. So then also there's no, okay, after all this process already go through, really no IP. No IP, then what? Okay. What will happen in the end? If no IP, then how? Is it possible to happen? No IP at all? Then what the user will see? Terminal? Apipa, okay, 169.254.something. Okay. Yes, this will happen. Okay, if there's no more IP address available, can be assigned. So in this case, then you have to check. Okay, you have to log into your DHCP server, then see, hey, what is the problem here? Okay, then you troubleshoot. Okay, maybe really is because of too many terminals. Your pool is not big enough. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are just the concept. Okay. Concept of how a common DHCP server will behave. Okay, not only Huawei. Okay. Then below are the configuration command. Okay, are the configurations to configure Huawei network devices as a DHCP server. Okay, different vendor, different command. This is just for Huawei. Okay. So right here we have two kinds of pool: global pool and interface pool. What's the difference? Not wrong. Not wrong. Correct. Included. Okay. If you want you want to use the let's say Huawei switches VLAN if, okay, as a gateway, okay, as a gateway, then you can use interface pool also. Let the gateway interface act as a DHCP server to assign IP address to the directly connected terminal. Okay, to assign IP address to the terminals that in the direct connected network. Okay, but it can be VLAN if for switches, for router also can. The layer 3 port. Okay, it's just a gateway for a physical network. Also can be done using DHCP, using interface pool. Okay, so it's to assign terminal to the directly connected inside the directly connected network. Okay, using interface pool. But then, if you say that you require to assign IP address to a terminal in a remote network, not directly connected, then you have to use global pool. Okay, global pool is to assign IP address to a terminal in a remote network. Okay, remote network. But of course, to assign IP address to a terminal in a direct network, you also can use global pool. Okay, but using interface pool can be more simple. Okay, so but for remote network, definitely you need global pool. Okay, then okay, let's see the command. Okay, so for global pool, then you have to manually create a new pool, specify the gateway IP for that remote network, the network address and subnet mask of the network. So this network address and subnet mask is used to calculate the number of available IP addresses. So if you put the subnet mask, let's say you put the subnet mask 24, you have 25. What? 25. How many available IP you put the mask 24? By right 254. But if you minus one IP for the gateway, become 253. Okay? Then if you excluded some IP, because by setting the network address in the subnet mask, the server already able to calculate the range of available IP. Okay? Then you can tell the server to exclude certain range of IP address. Maybe you want to reserve this to assign as a static IP for certain terminals. Okay? Then you can set the list time. By default is 1 day or 24 hours. You can set how many days, how many hours, how many minutes, or unlimited. Okay? Usually we don't set unlimited. Okay? Then number 6 is you can bind. You want to reserve this IP to the MAC address of this terminal. Okay, static bind. Okay, reserve the IP address to a specific MAC address. Okay, this is the global pool. But when it comes to the interface pool, first thing you just have to configure the IP address and the subnet mask for the port. Then by using the IP address and subnet mask you configure, the server able to calculate the available IP address. That's it. Okay. Then you can set the gateway if you want. If you don't want to set the gateway, then the IP address you set on the port will be the gateway. Then you also can exclude some IP for the range. You also can bind some IP to a specific IP. You also can set the list time. That's it. Okay. 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 Why number 2 is here? Okay. Usually we can use the gateway itself as a DHCP server. But this is give you the options. Means that the gateway, okay, I mean the DHCP server might not be the gateway. How can we like this? Can. Okay, maybe the DHCP server is not the gateway, even it's using interface pool. You can do so. Okay, technically doable. Okay, maybe the there is a AC, there's another network device inside the same VLAN using the interface pool to provide the IP address to the terminal. Then you tell the terminal that the gateway IP is the router. They also connect to the same VLAN. But so they have just, I think, complicated. It's two devices. Okay. So to make it simple, just configure interface pool on the gateway. Easier to manage. Okay, easier to manage. Okay, then that's it. So when it comes to global pool, we said that is to assign IP address to a remote network. But we know that the terminal on the remote network, when they send the DHCP discover, is a broadcast packet. The broadcast packet only can be flooded within that remote network. So how this discover can reach the remote DHCP server? How? Yeah? Yeah? Relay agent, correct. Okay? You must have a relay agent between the client and the server. There's an agent, relay agent. So the command to configure a relay agent, oh, it's not here, okay. Okay, oh, it's here. Section number 3. Okay. Okay, we just move on. Okay. So these are the command. You can say these are the command to you can check. Okay. If you're using the Huawei devices as a DHCP server, you can check how many IP is being used, how many idle, expired, conflict, disabled. The one that being used is assigned to which MAC address. You can check. Okay, just like you check your dedicated DHCP server. You can check the record, and you can check. Okay. You can use white GUI or the CLI to check. Okay. Okay, so this is the DHCP server, then relay agent. So when the client and the server is in two different VLAN, then you need a relay agent. Okay. So relay agent message format look like this. Then this is what you do. The client still doing DORA. So relay agent usually is a gateway, reachable by the client in the same VLAN. Then you need to tell the relay agent what is the IP address of the DHCP server so that it can unicast. Unicast a DORA, all unicast. Okay, between relay agent and server, all unicast. Okay, unicast means that the relay agent and the server can be in different VLAN also. Okay, can be because unicast. Okay, that's it. It's just like a middleman. Okay, middleman. Okay, sending the DORA between the client and the server. Then these are the configuration to configure Huawei network devices as a relay agent. So on the interfaces, so usually this should be the gateway for the terminal, set as a DHCP relay. Then you specify what is the IP address of the DHCP server. So this DHCP server IP address, this can means another Huawei devices work as a DHCP server, or it can be a Windows server or anything else work as a DHCP server. Okay, you just need to tell what is the IP address of the DHCP server. Then done, finish. Basically 1 and 2 is enough. But then if you have a list of DHCP server, you have more than one DHCP server available, then you can create a DHCP server group. Then specify the group, the DHCP server IP. Okay, IP1, then IP2. Then when it comes to the relay, DHCP relay configurations, instead of server IP, you put server select group name. Okay, so this is okay. 3, 4, 5 is one set. Okay, so the relay agent will try to send the DHCP discover to the first server in the list. It will respond. Second, third, fourth. Okay, that's why I put this index. Okay. Then number 6. Number 6 is to configure the Huawei network devices to get IP address using DHCP. Remember, inside the interface view, we put the command IP address, then IP, send mask to configure static IP on network devices ports. Now you put DHCP allocation. Okay. Okay, you're telling the network devices this port to use to work as a DHCP client. So it will start to send DHCP discover. Okay, maybe a switch, a router, a firewall. Okay, sending DHCP discover to get IP address. Okay, this can happen. Okay, doable. Okay, doable. Then okay, these are the